What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Chico Fila here, man, back with another video. And finally, we have the NBA 2K21 demo, man. You guys already know I'm gonna get straight into it. So far I've actually played this demo for 3 hours in total. I've just been studying all the different builds, as well as the new pie charts that they've actually released. They've released a couple new pie charts, which means that there are probably gonna be a lot of new builds in this game. And as you guys can see, so far I've only made 3 builds. I'm definitely gonna make a lot more. I'm just gonna be spending a lot of time on it. But I think I have found the best center build. Sorry, the best shooting center build in this game. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video and if you find it helpful, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new to this channel. I'm definitely going to be uploading a lot more build videos soon. I'm going to be grinding a lot in 2K21. I'm going to try put out as much content out there for you guys as possible. So yeah, but anyway, let's get straight into it. Okay, so first things first, the position is obviously going to be a center. I was actually tossing up between a power forward and a center. I reviewed the attributes and I honestly believe that a center is going to be a lot more beneficial, because as a power forward you do get some increased shooting, but your defensive attributes does go down quite a bit in comparison to making a center where you can actually maximize your defensive attributes at the same time as having decent shooting. So for a shooting big, I think center is still the best position. I'm gonna go with right-handed because I'm used to it. And jersey number, it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna continue. Okay, so anyway, moving on to the pie charts. This is where it gets very, very important. As you guys can already see, we have a bunch of new pie charts for 2K21. And for shooting big, this pie chart here in particular is a new pie chart that we have never seen before. This pie chart was not in 2K20. This is a new pie chart. And you guys will see this and immediately think, oh my gosh, this is a new pie chart. And this might be the new best pie chart for a shooting big. And to be honest with you, you're not wrong. This is a very, very good pie chart to have. The only criticism against this pie chart though is that you can't get Hall of Fame shooting badges on this pie chart. And if you think you're comfortable without having Hall of Fame shooting badges, then go ahead and choose this pie chart. But personally, from my experience being a shooting big for most of 2K20, I still think that this pie chart is going to be the best for a shooting big. And to be honest with you guys, the main difference between this pie chart and this pie chart isn't really that great. Yes, you get slightly better defensive attributes and you probably will get a lot more defensive badges on this pie chart right here. As you guys can see, you get an 89 block, 83 offensive rebound, 87 defensive rebound. And on the other hand, on this pie chart, we get an 87 block, 80 offensive rebound, and 88 defensive rebound, which isn't really that much of a big difference. But on this pie chart, you get a 71 mid-range shot and a 67 three-point shot in comparison to a 68 midi and a 66 three. And I'm not sure if you guys have kept up with what Mike Wang has been tweeted out, but he made it clear that you will need at least a 70 plus 3-point to be able to shoot consistently, which obviously a 67 we can work with once we adjust the height and the wingspan, and plus if you have jump shot boost as well. So this is the pie chart that I'm gonna go with. Moving on to the physical profile, every time I make a shooting big, I always go with a balanced profile, which has a balance of agility, strength, and vertical. So that is the last pie chart, and this is the one that we are going to go with. And this right here is where the magic happens. First things first, we're going to move this close shot up to an 83, driving layup up to a 56, driving dunk to a 57, standing dunk to a 76. Post hook we're not actually gonna touch. So as you guys can see, we get, as soon as I put this as 76, we get 6 finishing badges in total. Okay, so that is our finishing done for now. Moving on to shooting, we're gonna max out mid-range, and we're also gonna max out the 3-point. For now, actually, we're gonna max out everything just to show you guys, okay? So we get up to 19 shooting badges, okay? But you don't actually need to max this free throw out to get to 19 badges. You can have up to 81 free throw and you'll still get 19 shooting badges. So we're gonna keep that as it is. Playmaking, you don't actually have to touch. Everything else, this one we're gonna max out. Perimeter defense to a 51, lateral quickness to a 54, steal is up to a 40, block up to an 87. I think that should be maxed out. Offensive rebound to an 80, defensive rebound, max that out as well to an 88. Okay, so we aren't actually done yet. So I've used up all my attribute points, but right now we have a 6, 19, 1, and 21 badge layout, which I think is a very, very good badge layout to have for a shooting big. Another important factor to note down is you don't actually need more than 20 shooting badges anymore, because quick draw will no longer be a badge. Usually a good shooting build will have at least 20 plus shooting badges, because obviously you'll have at least Hall of Fame quick draw in there, and that will take up a lot of shooting badge points. But since 2K21 has announced that Quick Draw will no longer be a badge, and Quick Draw will actually be implemented within the Jump Shot Creator itself. you don't need quick draw anymore. So you're fine to lower your shooting badges down a little bit. This goes for every single build, by the way. Like, even for the play shot build that I'm gonna make, I don't think that I'm gonna go over 20 shooting badges. I don't think it's necessary, because I can put that into my finishing or my defense and rebounding instead. Okay, but anyway, when I said that this build isn't done, this actually was what I thought was the best, but then I studied, I reviewed it, I talked to some people as well, and there is a better way to actually max this out. So right now we have 6 finishing, 19 shooting, 1 playmaking, and 21 defense and rebounding. But if you actually play around with the attributes a little bit, we can change this and we can actually get up to 10 finishing without taking away any of our other badge points. And this is exactly how we're gonna do it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take away driving layup, and we're gonna take away driving dunk. I know what you guys are gonna say, a 35 driving dunk and a 40 driving layup. We're gonna put this onto post hook instead. Okay, so right now, as you guys can see, that is already 9 finishing, 19 shooting, 1 playmaking, and 21 defense, but we can actually still get 1 more finishing badge. And this is how we're gonna do it. We're not gonna touch the shooting is done, but we're gonna play around with the defense a little bit. Perimeter defense, we're gonna take this away. Lateral quickness, we're gonna go down to a 42. Steal, we're gonna bump this up a little bit, up to a 63. And as you guys can see, my defense and rebounding is back up to a 21. Offensive rebound, defensive rebound can stay as it is. And now this extra badge point will go up to post hook, and just like that, that is 10 finishing, 19 shooting, 1 playmaking, 21 defense and rebounding. Okay, so anyway, the reason why I showed you guys 2 different versions of this build is because you guys can now choose which one you guys would rather prefer. Will you guys rather go with the first one that I made with only 6 finishing badges, but had a better driving dunk and a driving layup, as well as a better lateral quickness? Or will you guys sacrifice that for 4 more finishing badges? Honestly, in my opinion, I think the 4 extra finishing badges are worth it, but this really depends on how you think you're gonna play. If you're someone who's gonna look to pop out of every screen, I think the first one is gonna be a lot better for you. However, if you wanna be more versatile and if you wanna do both, I think the 10, 19, 1, and 21 badge layout is probably more ideal. And we all know how valuable badges are in this game, and for that reason, I think that this is the build that I'm gonna go with. So now we're going to continue, and the body shape that we're going to go with is burly. And now for the height. Just so you guys know, 7'7" centers are not a thing. 7'3" is still the max height for centers, but that doesn't matter. I'm just showing you guys that because there was a rumor going around that apparently you can make 7'7" centers, but no, you cannot make 7'7" centers in 2K21. But anyway, talking about the height, guys, for my last shooting bag that I used for 2K20, you guys all know I made a 6'11", but little did I know that 6'11s weren't really that good. And for this build, we are also not going to go with a 6'11". But anyway, the best height for this build, guys, we're not going to go with a 7-footer, by the way. I'm just showing you guys a neutral height just so you guys can see the attributes. So we have a 40 driving layup and a 35 driving dunk, which is extremely low. And this is how we're actually going to balance that. So we're going to go down to 6'10" just to show you guys. See, look, we already get a +3 on driving layup and driving dunk. And we get a +5 on perimeter defense and +6 on lateral quickness, which we lost before. And being a 6'10" isn't actually that bad. But in my opinion, the best height for this build is still going to be 6'9", just like that. Look at our lateral quickness bump all the way up to a 50 from having no lateral quickness at all. This is up to a 50. Perimeter defense up to a 46 as well. Driving layup and driving dunk, we get a +5 and a +4 with the 10 finishing badges. I think that is all you're gonna need. And at the same time, we're gonna get a huge boost in terms of our mid-range and our 3-point. We get a 74 midi and a 70 3-ball, which is all you need, hopefully all you need to be able to green consistently in this game. Okay, so once again, you know how we just sacrificed all those attributes to get 4 extra finishing badges? By being a 6'9", this actually counters all of that because that brings all our attributes all the way up. So 6'9" is going to be the best height for this build. Moving on to weight. Usually for a build like this, I would actually go with a max weight. But to be honest with you guys, from my experience, you don't actually need that much strength. From being this much weight, the only benefit there is our interior defense, and you get 85 strength. But to be honest with you, you don't actually need that much strength to be able to set some big bodies. So the weight that I'm actually going to go with this build is 250 pounds. You guys are about to see in a second why. So we get a 75 strength, we get +3 interior defense, and we don't really lose anything else. By being max weight, we actually lose a lot of our perimeter defense and our lateral quickness. But by being 250, this is a good way to stay balanced. We still get a good amount of strength. So we are going to go with 250 pounds. Moving on to wingspan. Okay, once again, usually I would go for max weight and max wingspan. But once again, I don't think that is necessary anymore. And this is exactly why. If we go all the way to max wingspan, we do get a big boost in our finishing as well. But at the same time, our shooting is diminished. And once again, from what I told you guys earlier, you're going to need at least a 70 plus 3-ball to be able to green consistently. And if we have a max wingspan, our 3-ball is going to go down all the way to a 67. And we also lose a lot of strength, which also means that you're not really going to be able to shoot consistently on this build unless you had boost and unless you were a high overall. And for this reason, I'm actually going to go down to 88 inches. That way we still get a 69 3-ball, and at the same time we still get a big increase in our block and our steal, offensive and defensive rebound, as well as our finishing, and we still keep most of our strength. Moving on to our takeover. This is the final step in making this build. So obviously we have rim protector and glass cleaner. This was a big mistake I made last year when I made my C as well. I thought the rim protector was going to be the wave, but we all found out later in the year that glass cleaning take is actually 1,000 times better. I mean, this is in my opinion as well. Once you have glass cleaning take, your rebounds are basically secured. So we're going to go with a glass cleaner takeover. And just like that, here is our center build. You have built a glass cleaner. Shades of Ben Wallace, Jonas Valanciunas, and DeAndre Ayton. And now with our badge layout, we have 10 finishing, 19 shooting, 1 playmaking, and 21 defense and rebounding. I honestly think that this is a great build. But now let me put on some badges just so you guys have an idea of what we're going to use. So for my 10 finishing, I'd probably put contact finisher on silver, fancy footwork on silver. If hop steps are going to be OP, we don't have an idea yet how good hop steps are going to be. Hopefully they're nerfed, but just in case, we're going to keep that on silver for now. We're going to put Giant Slayer on silver as well, Slithery on 2 as well, and consistent finisher on silver. To be honest, we can probably play around with this and probably just leave that on bronze, maybe put contact finisher in gold, but you guys get the idea. That's probably what I'll put my finishing badges on. Moving on to shooting, and this is exactly what I said before. You would actually need 4 extra badges just so you can have Hall of Fame quick draw. But now, since 2K21 has removed quick draw as a badge, you can now put most of those badges somewhere else, or have less shooting badges and put those badge points into a different attribute instead, which is exactly what we've done with this build. So as a shooting big, I'll probably put this on Hall of Fame. So catch and shoot Hall of Fame, Deadeye Silver, Deadeye Corner Spec, Silver Hot Zone Hunter, Hall of Fame Range, Silver to Hall of Fame Green Machine. We're gonna go with silver for now. Pick and pop is silver, and maybe hot start, or maybe just put this on gold. Sorry, not corner spec, green machine on gold, and I think that is more than enough to be able to green everything. And for playmaking, I'm just gonna put this on unpluckable. Defensive rebounding, we have 21 total badges to play around with. So box silver, Hall of Fame brick wall, of course, Hall of Fame intimidator, silver clamps, silver chase down, silver rebound, silver rim, silver interceptor. And we got 1 more badge remaining. We could either put that on pickpocket, or maybe put up a chase down, or put up our rim protector. I'm not sure how good Pogo is going to be. Maybe we can put down our intimidator to gold, maybe silver Pogo, something like that. But for me, I'll probably keep this at Hall of Fame, because apparently they actually nerfed Pogo, so I might not even use that badge at all. But if I do, maybe I'll put that on bronze. Yeah, that's basically it. Confirm, continue, and we are now ready to play. That is it for this build video, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys found this helpful, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'll be dropping a lot more build videos soon. I'm going to try and make the most out of this prelude and make the most build videos as possible, so I can get into a good rhythm as soon as this game comes out. But we have 9 more days remaining until 2K21. Hopefully it's going to be good. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.